We're fishing muddy water, and been out for about a half an hour. There's two options to catch fish in muddy water. There's several options actually. For smallmouth bass, we were using the Ratzler by Sebile. Picked up a fish right away. I began using spinner baits. We began using some plastics. We began using a Big O style lure by Sebile as well, called the Crankster, which we dropped the fish on. I just switched over about 4 or 5 casts ago to a big old rattle trap, and there's our smallmouth bass. Visibility is literally 8 inches, maybe 6, probably more like it. And we're just pounding the shoreline and pounding structure, and we're using noise to get these fish. I'm also using smelly jelly. I'm a big fan of the Bass Feast color. It's pink, just to give a little added scent, and just covering ground. And that's fishing the muddy water in the Delaware River. There's a lot of new products on the market, but let's start with the old standbys. When I fish the Susquehanna River and when I got on the Delaware River, when we get this high muddy water, one of the first things I'll throw is a spinnerbait. I'm a big fan of orange or chartreuse in muddy water, but anything with vibration. This happens to be a TWBSB spinnerbait. You can see the skirt and how it just flares out. Again, another standby is the rattle trap. Again, I use different colors: orange, chartreuse, fire tiger. Just gives you a lot of vibration. When reeled slow and steady, the fish can hone in on it and target it. I'll also go to some swim baits. I'll use the RT Slug by Mr. Twister, or this happens to be the 6-inch fish belly Kick-Ass shad. You get this big paddle tail that gets moving in the water, and the fish can feel the vibration and hone in on it. Some of the newer lures that we started to use is the flat shad by Sebile. I started using this last year. I like the 95 sinking versions. The size, actually it's size 45, excuse me. Oh, excuse me, 54. Size 54 sinking. I'm not so necessarily keyed in on the color as I am the vibration and the sound and the vibration as it comes through the water. Another type of lure like this Sebile flat shad that you can use is the cicada, the reef runner cicada, like the blade bait that you'd vertically jig. When the water gets high, you can cast it out and retrieve it steady and slow, and the smallmouth bass will key in on that and hit that as well. And again, anytime I'm fishing in muddy water, I like to use that pink smelly jelly in Bass Feast. Bass Feast just works for me, so I kind of just stick with it. Mickey's on. Let me get this in and I'll be ready, or wing them with 1 or 2. Good. We got on.
That's a slab.
We ran through some rain just to get the hell away. Mickey tightens up. Rattle traps in the mud, definitely the ticket. You got him? You okay there? Want pliers? Any pliers for you? Got him. Look at that. That's the size of fish. It's mid-May. Mickey's using a silver rattle trap. I'm using orange. Greg's using red.